about to be back. We're back now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to
Hey,
WGNR.
everybody.
Yeah, welcome to Fistful of Neutrons. Welcome to a
Hello.
Saturday.
Thank you for
afternoon.
coming back, everybody.
Yeah, this is great.
Yeah.
We're first time doing a show on a Saturday. It's great to see some folks here. We are super stoked to be back after a short break. We are playing once again Fallout 2 D20 live, playing the Fallout RPG system by Modifius Entertainment, and let's get into the action here. My name's Ryan, your humble overseer. Here we have our players. Hello, players. Welcome one and all back for another day. This is episode 20 of our live play campaign.
No way, we made 20 fucking
20.
things.
We've venti, if you will. We've crossed. If that's a threshold and a mark, I don't know. Maybe it is, but we've crossed it. And we've crossed it thanks to you folks coming back week after week. See some good folks down in the stream here today. Excalibur, Hobbies, Pandora's Box, Virank the Quiet, one of my favoriteest screen handles of any name ever. All kinds of good folks back in the chat here today. George Keith, Hondat, as always, lots of good folks, and looks like Thomas Butterfield, a new member perhaps, or one I haven't noticed before. Hello and welcome to one and all. It's because of you folks that we keep doing this every 2 weeks. We took a slight break there because it's summertime and things get busy, but we're back getting ready to round out this first season sooner than later because things are heating up in our make-believe Wasteland, and really excited to get into this episode and see where things go. We're live on YouTube, as mentioned, and Twitch every other Friday. We're doing a special Saturday here to catch up with things. We're going to be back on next Friday, back to a regular every 2 week schedule. So that should be a lot of fun. It also happens to be Canada Day for where all of us live. So that'll be super fun. We've got the day off. So what better way to celebrate our national pride or whatever the fuck by getting together and rolling some rocks about it. So that's what we're going to be doing, and hope you come and join us there as well. Lots of other stuff going on the channel these days as well, so make sure that you're subscribed so you can catch up on all the 2D20 action if you're just joining us here for the first time. Lots of Fallout Wasteland Warfare battle reports coming out as well. Just had a new one on Friday, Railroad versus Institute. Super fun to get those two factions on the channel for the first time. Skyrim Sunday stuff coming up again. Lots of new product reviews coming your way as well. So make sure you hit all of those fun buttons. And more importantly than all of that social media garbage is the fact that we've been raising funds for humanitarian aid in Ukraine for the past several months now. Part of Fallout for Hope and Project Hope was really cool to see all of you folks donating, and we got to see some of the results of all of those awesome donations just a few weeks ago. A hospital that got all bombed and shit is now it's now a functioning hospital again, and part of that was some of the money from the Fallout for Hope campaign. So because of all your folks' donations,
you did that.
Yeah, you guys helped us build a hospital.
You guys did that. You guys helped build a hospital.
I mean, obviously, I think there's probably, more that went into it than just, us sitting and doing our thing, but it helped. So, you know what? You guys helped as well. So thank you so much for doing that and for getting behind what you've done. If you're able to, go and drop a little bit in the bucket there as well. We've got lots more coming as far as the updates on what we've got, where the money's actually going. You can see our personal tally of it should be popping up here once I do the old switcheroo. Let's pull up the our progress hope bar, almost up to 17,000 if I'm reading that right. And then our individual one, yeah, there we go. We're just shy of our $1,500 goal. So if you're able to throw a little bit into the hat tonight to get us going on that, please do. All the money's being matched, so every dollar goes a very long way. Check in the description below for all the information on how you can donate to that, and all of our other social media links and stuff there as well. So you can join us on Discord, be part of the conversation, and just hang out, and we can be the internet of best friends. Before we get going into the action, one final disclaimer and all that fun stuff. The world of Fallout does tend to deal with some mature themes and coarse language, and usually some violence, especially when these 3 players are involved. So you be aware that that is the kind of thing that you might encounter on this show. It shouldn't be, anything too wild. We don't avoid going to any super icky places, but things do get weird and mistakes do happen. So be prepared for anything out there in the Wasteland. But we think that you're going to enjoy it, so please do stick around. So with all of that out of the way, am I forgetting anything, gentlemen? Are there any matters of note? Should we go around the horn? What do we got?
That sounds like the gist of it to me.
old business?
We're good.
Old business. I second that motion.
The motion
Also, the insinuation
motion
that
carried.
any of us would commit violence in a obviously not real, but violence towards NPCs. That is a baseless accusation, sir.
I've seen the tape. We can go back to episode, I think it's 3, and
Deep
we
tape.
can see
Fake
2
news.
perhaps.
Even
Even
But
vast
was it a
majority, like
mistake?
98% of that is self-defense. Like 98.
let's go with that. But let's also go around the horn.
Did I?
You're perfectly.
Bravo.
Nope. You're perfectly fine.
You're in another dimension. Another dimension. Another dimension.
You look like you're dropping out, but you look perfectly fine. I think you can hear me. If not, we'll start with somebody else. So we'll go around the horn and start with Raj. Why don't you tell us about your character, yourself, and what's going on in the world for Johnny Bottlecap?
Yeah, my name is Raj, and I play the character of Johnny Bottlecap. And Johnny is a Vault Tech trained, elite graduate of a a certain amount of length of program that he took, and he acquired some amazing stealth skills, and just recently he was able to actually put them to use, and I hope to be able to get another opportunity to do so again in the future.
Two or three really good stealth rolls in there. Like the first time you've made them in, the entirety of the campaign, and just like locking uncriticals all the way across the board. Not bad. We'll see if your luck is able to hold out, being that it is your dump stat. But before we get a chance to go down that road, let's get reintroduced to Grant, aka the Rifleman.
I am Grant the Rifleman Kingsmith. My in-game dog Duke, inspired by my real-life dog, is very excited to be meeting up with me again as we get into Boulder today. I hope, unless some crazy things happen on the way there, as they are wont to do. Grant's a little nervous. He's got a lot of work to do, not to let the cat out of the bag later today, but some persuasion rolls are going to happen in the very near-term future. I guarantee it.
Really, I'm interested to hear the persuading of who exactly it is you're trying to persuade, and in what direction.
Maybe more deceiving than persuading, but
I will persuade you to believe me in this deception. That's a roundabout way of perhaps looking at it. But moving along down the road, we have Justin playing the part of Yuri Andropov. Tell us a little about yourself and your character.
Yeah, hi everybody. You know me. I'm your friendly neighborhood ghoul. I play the character Yuri Andropov. I am a caravaner, a priest of the Wasteland, and I have picked up some skills in my long life that seem to be very interesting. Also, here's a thing. I'm having technical difficulties right now, so I'm going to come back into the channel because I'm not hearing or seeing most of my compatriots here. So I will be right back.
Okay, we're gonna hang on while Justin readjusts the Moose internet. Just a little known fact, as mentioned before, we are all of the Canadian persuasion, and if that's a thing to be persuaded by. Justin lives out in the sticks, and oftentimes the Moose that runs the internet in his area falls down. So we're waiting for the Moose to get back up. In the meantime, is not a bad time to go over a little bit of the recap from our last session. Yeah, life in the Wasteland is never easy, right? We've all known this by now, but especially in the Wild West of the Colorado territories these days. When you all started out your adventure, it was to set up a trade route to the backwater town of Longmount. But after making your way to the trade hub of Boulder City, things have gotten a little bit more complicated for our scrappy band of do-gooders here. The Crimson Caravan have agreed to stake your route, and the NCR have now offered protection along the roads in return for tracking down the dastardly deserter known as MacArthur. Now, He is in the charge of a group of Legion remnants, or so you were led to believe. But when you arrived at their hideout in the once abandoned town of Granby, you discovered that these castaways weren't exactly bloodthirsty murderers, but more along the lines of freed slaves trying to make their way in the wastes. You offered these wayward souls a safe haven in your adopted home of Longmount, as you often do with the stragglers you find across the road. But not before a group of the highwaymen launched an assault on yourselves and the townsfolk. Oh, on that bated breath, one moment, we have Justin back. One moment, folks, while we get him fired up. The moose is on the loose. Sorry for the delay here. We can't hear you. We still you're not in yet. Wait, hold. Be patient. Be patient.
The moose has never been loose.
We can hear Justin, but he can't hear. But you can't hear him. So one moment while we get him in, and we're vamping, and he's back. And he's back. And we've got him back here, folks. Yes, you're back here, folks.
On the loose, baby.
Moose is on the loose. We
Sorry,
have
team.
we have returned. It's fine. We're not going to talk about it anymore. He's back. Everything's good? If you don't look at the moose doesn't fall down. The highwaymen attacked yourselves and the townsfolk there in Granby, and when the gunsmoke finally cleared, the highwaymen lay defeated, and it became very clear that these bandits were also sent by the NCR to follow you folks to this remnant hideout and finish them all off once and for all. Now, this double cross did not sit so well with our party here, so you've all decided on a bit of a double cross of your own. With MacArthur's old dog tags in hand, you hatched a bit of a plan to try and convince the NCR and their Colonel Henry that the remnants are dead and buried, hoping to maybe keep the NCR in your good graces, and maybe they'll help protect that trade route for a little while at the least. But before heading back to Boulder City, Grant and Johnny were drawn to a nearby mine shaft, one of you looking for redemption, one of you looking for information. And during a fight with a hungry Yao Guai, Johnny, you were able to learn some Vault Tech information about a facility to the east that may hold the key to the weird and wacky Vault Tech experiments that have been performed on you and your family. And Grant, you were able to finally retrieve a lost piece of your past that might help you patch things up with the former partner of yours, now known as St. Louis, the artist formerly known as Cutler.
Godspeed, you St. Louis.
Godspeed. Grant, you took the worst of the fight with a nasty slash from the massive beast. Yuri, you were able to overload the mine's power systems, causing a bit of a cave-in, and you were all able to emerge from the darkness of the mine into the morning of the Colorado foothills. Badly injured but stable, thanks to Yuri's first aid. Grant, you've seen better days.
Yeah, I've probably seen worse too, but like this isn't really a lot of fun. I believe it wasn't a critical wound to my head.
It was bad.
Yeah,
it was a
belt
critical,
You got your bell rung.
vicious, I believe bleeding as well. Wound, which has since been triaged, but like that doesn't mean you're in good shape. I believe your hit points are somewhere in the 2 family. It's not great.
That sounds about right. It is. I believe it is 2. Toonies. I'll take it.
As you all dust yourself off, the ash and debris as we're spit out of this mine shaft as it was collapsing and exploding, the dust cloud sort of billowing away. You're reminded that there is still work to be done. These remnants, they're on their way to Longmount, and the NCR are waiting for their report back in Boulder. What do you do, gang?
Yeah, well, I've stabilized the boys by now, but
hit points are still very low.
Yeah, I'm going to. Yuri's going to say, as he tends to the wounds of Johnny and Grant, he'll say, Gentlemen, I have a bit of an idea and a plan, but it's going to require a little bit of a leap of faith on your part. I believe that I should not patch you up too much. I think that it would be beneficial for the ruse if you maintain your injuries as they are. I believe that we can convince Colonel Henry that these wounds were sustained from killing MacArthur. If we can, pass that ruse over onto him, this might throw him off the trail that MacArthur lives and is headed to Longmount.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't be the
Basically,
first time.
I want.
It's very good.
No, sorry. I was going to say, basically, I want to maintain the illusion that his legionaries have wounded us so severely, and we barely got out of the encampment with our lives.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time I've spent a couple days wearing my own blood. I agree. That's a wise plan.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Okay, so you're gonna
Right.
are you gonna do some healing on them? Because Grant, I think you were looking at your sheet here now. Yeah, you're of the. I think you have a grand total of 5 hit points left, which in this game system is not a lot.
Not a lot, yeah. Wounds 12 points, fatigue 8. That's not wonderful. I am tired, but I think I'm okay for now, provided I'm not bleeding out. I think if Yuri can patch up any damage over time effects, then I'm okay.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do 1 round of medic on both of them just to give them enough hit points to get back to Boulder City, but I want to really play it up like we're limping back. Like we barely got out of there with our lives. We had to run. Fucking not all of the Legionnaires are dead, you know what I mean? Like we kind of did a hit, got jumped, blah blah blah. We are still I'll say this in character voice. Gentlemen, we are still going to have to explain where the highwaymen went. Or perhaps we play ignorant and we had no idea of any highwaymen. Perhaps MacArthur's men eliminated them before.
Interesting theory as well.
Yeah. They came into town. I know that they were dispatched. We didn't do anything with their bodies, did we?
No, I think we just left them out there.
They would be, well, yeah, we'll say after, you're kind of doing this limping, having this conversation while you're limping your way back into town proper. It was only like a kilometer or 2 away from the actual mine shaft. So yeah, we'll say, you're having this conversation as you're walking into the gates of town. And as you mentioned, figuratively limping, you would be physically limping as well too. That was, there was a lot of that.
Yeah.
That is literal and figurative. You guys took a beating, but as you make your way back into town, you do in fact see the bodies of the highwaymen.
I mean, there's lots of bandits out here. We're not the only people walking around with loaded firearms and a desire for other people's material. So
far from it.
Yeah. I also don't imagine there's a lot of talented forensics teams.
No, you would be accurate in that. Yeah.
I think Yuri's going to say I am loath to leave them out like this, but we have little time and we're already incredibly wounded. I don't want to waste any time or energy. And at that, Yuri goes into one of the the bunkhouses, I should say, and grabs some blankets and kind of just puts them over. We don't have time to bury these fuckers, but Yuri doesn't just want to leave them out entirely. I think he'll very quickly say a really quick prayer over them, and then I really just want to patch these boys up and try to fucking get back to Boulder as soon as possible.
Okay, cool.
One thing, Rifleman, would definitely be keen on. We did some looting, and I would probably want to take a bit of time to break down everything so that we're not walking into town with, you know, my dead friend's Chuck's assault rifle, like anything, you know, file the serial numbers off kind of deal.
Yeah, no, good call. You do in fact have 4. I think it's 4 combat rifles that you would have dragged off the bodies of the 3 highwaymen and the highwayman crew chief. So yeah, if you wanted
this
to,
one's in great. It says, "To Bert, love Ian." That's
oh,
weird.
oh, that's sad. Oh no, which one was Bert? Which one was Ian? Or maybe one of them still alive. Oh no. Yeah, if you wanted to, I'll say we could kind of do sort of all this all at once. You know, you're starting to, you know, you're Forrest Gump, yes, drill sergeant-ing apart these fucking, you know, combat rifles whilst Yuri's doing some patchwork, we'll say, on Johnny first and then on yourself. So all that to say, it's still early in the morning, so you know this wouldn't take too much of a day to do. I'll say to break all of these down, we'll take somewhere in the vicinity of like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and we'll call it the same amount of time to sort of, you know, do some healing word to be cast by Yuri here.
I seem like a good idea to me.
I think it's a good plan. Yeah, absolutely. So Yuri, why don't we go ahead with you starting first? Go ahead and give me a I guess it would be if you're healing some hit points on old Johnny there.
A medicine roll?
That would be a medicine roll. Yes, indeed.
Medicine man.
Yeah, because Johnny. You're down
let's do some medicine.
8.
I should
8
have
of your 24.
Oh, that's so good though. That's a critical and a success. Bringing
that is quite good.
3 successes.
3 successes with some action points in there. So now, how much do you heal now? I think it's 7 points per.
My medicine is 5, and my healer rank is 2, so it is indeed a 7.
Okay.
You get 7 HP back.
Not too shabby. Not too shabby, Johnny. So we're gonna go ahead and injure your wounded left arm that you had before there, and then
You're gonna injure my arm.
I've uninjured it, and we've increased now. You're up to 15 hit points of your tanky fucking 24. Jeez, Johnny, you are just a bamf. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Yeah. Now let's do some scrapping, I guess. Actually, if you want to break down some items. Now this is something we haven't done in a while, so I need to refresh myself on how we do it to salvage the weapons, or maybe, oops. Yeah. So you want to break these down. I think it's just going to give you, because you don't have you don't have a perk in Scrapper. You wouldn't get any uncommon materials from it.
Right.
But you would get common materials from scrapping these down. I'll say easy enough. If memory serves, you just roll a combat d6 for every item, and whatever you get is what you get.
Alrighty, combat D6 is coming up here.
Combat
There's
D6.
First, second,
Okay,
the third one, the fourth one. 1010 sounds like a binary code to me.
Yep, not bad. Okay, so you get two common materials then out of the deal for busting those down, which you can use for repairing of things and the like down the line. Unfortunately, you cannot use them to repair yourself, which is the most damaged thing that you have at the moment. But you are all. If you want to do another medicine roll now to give Grant some hit points,
I would love to give Grant some hit points. That would be amazing. Let's see.
I do want to be banged up when we get back there. And actually, I was going to ask before you're healing me if you wanted to hit me with this tire iron somewhere else to just drive it home.
No, I would be happy to. He's good on that.
Johnny just like cold clocked me across the cheek.
Smack.
Just wang. Yes, that's another.
Thanks for the follow, Bobby Mitchell. Another 2 critical successes. Yes, that's going to do it. That was going to be
4 successes. Jesus.
4 successes all in a row. So your action point pool is now stacked up to 5, which is not too shabby of our little action points here. Yeah. Okay. Good job. You've got some healing powers there. Again, another 7 hit points onto you.
7 for Grant.
which is pretty dang good. So you had 12 down. Yeah, there you go. You've got it done. Yeah, not too shabby. Okay, so you're patched up here a little bit. It is probably now about 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning. You didn't spend all that long in the mine to begin with. That whole altercation probably lasted all of a few minutes. What with the sudden tripping of all of the alarms and whatnot, and attracting of the bear. So it's still early. Your destination back the way you came, back to Boulder City, would probably be, depending on how you want to get there, would be anywhere from the better part of a day's ride. So you'd be getting, if you were going at a good clip, you'd probably get there before midnight, but late at night. And if you took the time, resting a bit, and you are a little banged up, then it'd probably be more like early morning. How dost thou want to travel, and what dost thou want to do? Or is there anything else you want to do in town before you get going?
I think we should move
Shipwreck
a little
420.
slower.
Thank you for the follow. Continue. Sorry.
Oh, no problem. I think we should go a little slower to really hammer home the we struggled getting back alive thing. And I want to be real clear. I'm not cleaning any blood off of anywhere. I look like I just crawled through a blood membrane from blood hell.
Okay.
Facial wounds bleed a lot at the best of times, and a bear crossed my from temple to jaw, so it's all over me. I'm fake limping, or probably not even fake limping. I'm a tired 50-something-year-old wastelander. I'm straight up limping back. Yeah. I've seen better days.
Yes, I think we should make haste as best we can, but I don't believe we will make it back today. I say that we push on and make camp when both of you feel like you have gone on far enough, and we can head into town. The only thing I would like us to be the first to give word about MacArthur to the Colonel.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Time is somewhat of the essence here, gentlemen.
Oh, that's a good point. That changes my mind. Johnny, let's motor. Let's limp our way as much as we can rest when we get back to town. Let's get back to town. We should be the first one to tell the story just in case.
Yeah, we want to control the narrative.
Yeah, Yuri, that's a good point.
Exactly. I don't want Colonel Henry to be suspicious. I want to get in, tell our story, get paid, get Enola, get Duke, and head out to Longmount as soon as humanly possible.
Yeah, on board.
Okay, very good. Then on the road we go. The gang gets hoofing. Picture Lord of the Rings, when they're like the beginning of the second movie, when it's just like the whole time, just like the three dudes just running, and like you got Gimli in the back, like holding it up. That's Grant right now, like holding up his face basically as he's like running through the woods, and you guys are cooking it. It's going to be a little bit. Are you trying to just like hoof it? No holds barred? Are you trying to stay off the roads? Is there any sort of strategy involved with the wider wasteland, or is it just fucking hell bent for leather? No wrong answers.
Is it beeline? Straight?
My sense is that we're hoofing. We're maybe adjacent to the road, probably on the road. I think we're kind of going like 100% without giving it 110%.
Yeah, I think we're gonna probably push our luck and stay on the road and move, and just hope that moving fast enough will not attract too much unwanted attention.
Okay, cool.
Plus, then at least I'll be exhausted when we get there, so that'll help with the story.
Again, we're really trying to sell a specific narrative and narrative device here. Sounds good. As you begin cooking, you're to refresh on exactly where it is in the wider world. Granby was a little bit off to the west from Boulder City proper, a little bit to the sort of west and south, just a little bit, much much deeper into the foothills, closer to the actual rise of the Rockies themselves. So you're headed downhill, which probably helps a little bit as far as heading down back towards the Boulder Basin. Is that a thing? I don't know. I've said that there's a reservoir down there that you guys spent a lot of time at. So yeah, sure, whatever. The mountain, it runs downhill from the mountains.
Now there is.
There is now. You start hoofing your way through. You pass, the pretty standard, wasteland wreckage as you go across some bombed out buildings, cars, road signs peeled off and spray painted on, and all that really fun, nasty Fallouty goodness. As you sort of make your way about sort of midday, making your way through the old remnants of an old highway. Why don't you guys all go ahead and give me each a survival plus perception roll? Why not? Depending on how this goes, I'll let you know exactly what we're looking for. You're moving very fast. Oh wait, someone's rolling anyway. We're gonna disregard those math rocks for just a second. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about how this is going. You're running. You're rolling real fast, and caution is to the wind at the moment. There was a gunfight last night in this area as well, so it's bound to see that there might be something out there in the wilder wasteland that might be attracted to this movement that you're making. 3 very injured or not so great looking dudes just running hellbent through the wasteland. So this is going to be a rather difficult test, and depending on how it goes, will depend on how it goes. So let's go ahead and everyone's going to do a 2d2, but it's going to be the hardest difficulty we've done yet in the entire game, and a difficulty 5 test. So we're looking to see if and I'm fudging the numbers a little bit, I'm giving everyone a chance to roll 2 d20s to see if you're able to make the grade on this difficult test. So it's like you're all assisting each other in a bit of a roundabout way. Okay. So if anyone wants to buy any action points, you can do that as well. I'll let you as a team collectively buy action points for one person to use to add to their roll, and you currently have a pool of 5.
Okay, so my target number is a 5, so it shouldn't be me buying extra dice.
My target's a 10, so I don't know what
Yuri. I also have a 10.
Okay, Yuri, you do it. You do it. You do it.
Do it.
Paper, scissors.
I have blood all over my face. I'm not
Yeah, I'm tired.
How many dice can I?
You could add
dice can I buy?
Yeah, you've got 5 action points in the pool, so the most you could buy is 2 extra dice.
Okay, we'll do that. We're gonna go.
That burns 3 action points.
This seems like an important roll.
Yeah, there's definitely
seems like an important roll
happening. We're about to.
Okay.
Maybe
we're
not.
Rocking, we're rolling.
And I'm in love with the stripper. Okay, everybody, give me those rolls. You're looking to get 5.
And we each still get 2, right?
I will go first.
You each get to roll 5. Each get to roll 2, sorry. And you're going to get to roll 4 because you bought some dice.
4.
So these are good. These are good odds.
Okay, I'm going.
Ooh. One success and a complication.
Oh, no.
Weird. Okay, here's mine.
Oh, it went the other way.
3 successes. Okay.
Okay.
Oh! Yes! There it is.
Okay, Yuri fucked that one up
Go.
so hard.
You're like,
wow, dude.
Wow.
All those dice you bought, really, dude?
Okay. So this is
and then my eyes fell out.
Yeah. So then I pooped my pants, right? Yeah, that's an amazing roll. So I don't. Yeah, that's really great. So looking at the rollout here, and I don't know. I think I changed the stream here, but I'm gonna go. Yeah, we're gonna go back.
You gotta switch it back so they can.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, these guys just I made this switch accidentally, and that is great. The rolls coming through here. We got a critical fail coming from Yuri with that red 20. Then 1 action point, a critical success from Grant, another success, and the same thing with Johnny. So that's 2, 4, 6, 7 successes and a complication. So here's what we're gonna do. The test is passed. No sort of you're able to dodge anything out there that might have been attracted to your traveling call it luck, call it whatever you want. But for whatever reason, a bunch of three dying folks were able to dodge the worst that the Wasteland might have been out there and after them. But with that complication, we're gonna go ahead and get Johnny to bust out that magical D100.
Yes.
And go and give me a roll, and we're going to look at the random encounters table, which we've used a couple times in this campaign. You can check that out by going to the there's the D100 there in the Fallout 2D20 Modifius servers on their official forum. You can get a hand of this made by a very handy and prolific homebrewer named Mortagon, if I'm saying that correctly. So we've got the 100 list here. Go ahead and give me a roll, Johnny. Let's see what happens.
37.
37.
I suddenly wish that I had healed you all up more.
Hey,
We're dead. You've all died.
Not bad. As you're making your way along, it's about a little bit after midday now. You're running and gunning, or not gunning in this case, for the better part of the day. You come to a blown out, classic. Think, overpass. Two layers, double decker situation. It's just a little bit of it is left standing out here in the wastes, as you're probably only, at this rate, another 8 hours travel back to Boulder. But as you come to this overpass, you see a large sign that's a bunch of road signs that have been cobbled together onto a bigger one. There's been like the S of a stop sign, and the different letters of different parts have been etched and pulled, cut out of different sheets of metal and formed together to form a large sign that's somewhat lit up that says Crazy Carl's Discount Emporium.
Okay.
It's like light up, like, really
right.
like, picture a old school ransom letter all cut up, but like that of a sign made of other road signs. And you see, as you approach, normally this would be something that would have all of the hair standing up on all of your ends, but giving a quick scout of the situation, it appears to be a Wasteland vendor set up underneath the shade of an overpass. He sits there, and you can see that he's not alone. There's an animal of some sort dutifully sitting by his side. What do you do?
What is the animal? Is it cute? Is it a dog?
Why don't you give me let's make this, I'll make it just a standard straight up difficulty 1, regardless of any plus or modifiers you might have, to doing a perception plus I don't know. You're looking from far away. There's not like a fucking animal handling.
Survival?
Nature or
always,
something like that.
Always survival.
Survival?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Prepare.
It's always survival.
Prepare. It's always
Prepare.
survival. Give me that roll. What do you got?
It could be a goat. It could be a yaguai. I don't have any idea.
Could be.
Could be. It isn't.
Well, you do
But it
have a
could be.
pretty bad concussion. So
Yeah.
I'm a little
That fits.
brung up.
we're like,
You're-
what's that?
You're rather shook. Yeah. What do you do?
Hey,
Do you-
Yuri,
do
is that
you
your
approach?
mom?
Exactly. I will say, gentlemen, this might not be the most
Sounds bad.
opportune time to do any trading, but we could approach if you like.
Do it.
Uh,
Let's do it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind
Okay,
a stim
I think-
pack for later.
yeah, but we could maybe see what he has to trade. But let
Yeah.
us make it quick.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure. You do it, Yuri. I'll sit back here with Johnny and just catch my breath.
Oh, great! The guy with the face like fucking melted cheese. I'm going to go and switch up. Okay,
Okay,
I'll be right
okay.
back, guys. This is going
Yuri.
to go well. Super
No,
great.
shut up. Go back. I'll do it. I'll
No,
approach.
but we'll all
I look like
all
I look like a dumpster fire melted in a nuclear blast, but okay, I'll come up and
None of you look particularly good at the moment.
No.
Let's just get that out of the way.
I am going to unholster Sherlock Holmes as I approach and just say,
Okay.
I'm sure you've seen us coming up the road. Are you there, Carl? It's me, Yuri.
That's nice. That's
We
good.
totally know each other from back in the day. You don't remember?
You remember Carl?
No, this
Remember me?
is all new. You've Yuri, for whatever reason, and really just plot armor. You've just never been down this particular bend of the highway before. It's not a way you normally come.
That's
But
fine.
you
I just wanted to make a
you do
shitty
call
Jimmy
out.
Blue.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. You do call out, you see the man get up. He's probably about 20 to 30 yards away from you now, and says, and you hear a rustling and a grunting, not a barking, but a grunting, as you see him stand up and go, it's all right, Muffy, calm down. They don't look too harmful. And you see Crazy Carl is probably in his, I don't know, mid 30s, a rather portly gentleman. A pair of old welding goggles on his head with an old storm chaser's hat, and he comes up. You can see he is strapped with a 10mm, but he's not really concerned about going for it or anything. But he does also have by his side a mole rat named Muffy.
I knew it was going to be a mole rat. I fucking knew it. I was going to call it.
There's a snuffling, snarling mole rat nipping at his heels.
That's good mole rat noises.
Thank you. He doesn't have this mole rat on a leash. You notice that right away, and you kind of get the vibe that it's posturing, but it's kind of doing the let me at him, why I oughta, with an invisible hand holding her back. It seems to be a little bit of exactly. Well, howdy there.
The invisible hand of the free market.
The invisible hand of the mole rat free market. You gentlemen look like you look like you've seen the inside of a death claw and back. It's the
You
best
should
way of
see
saying
the
you
other
look
guy.
like shit.
Yes, we have.
You could say that.
Well, I'm the only one here. I don't know who else would have said it, but yes, you all look rather disheveled. Is there where in the hell y'all coming from?
From a town down the road called Mindja. It's right next to Nunya.
Mr.
And,
Muffy.
Business.
Just south of Yone Business.
That's good wordplay. That's not bad. That's not bad. Somewhat rude, but I don't get much company out.
I don't care about the rest of our story. I am about Crazy Carl. I'm giving up. It's about Crazy Carl and fucking doorman guns from here on out.
Crazy Carl, doorman Carl, and Muffy.
Come with us. Come with us if you want to live.
Well, that is both a threat and somewhat reassuring. But listen, y'all, can I interest you in anything that might have here? He goes back. You see, he's got a curtain rod, old shower rod, covering a couple old, what look like to be shelves from a super duper mart. As he grabs a large sheep herding style stick cane and pulls back a whole collection of wares, and you would be surprised by the decentness of these wares. I will send to all of you right now a list of stuff that you can potentially buy.
Stuff list.
Wow,
Stuff list. You guys, Johnny, good roll on the D20 100.
Yeah.
You got
I
merchant.
fucking love that we are bleeding to death and we're dying trying to make haste. And we're well, we can stop for a quick shot.
They're having a sale.
They're having a sale. Check your signal, boys. There is some gear. I will say, for the sake of brevity of moving on, let's not spend too much time perusing said wares, but give them a look. See, let me know if there's anything on there that strikes your fancy. I don't know what our cap situation is like right now.
We have there's two diluted stim packs, which Yuri would be very interested in.
Okay. They are 30 caps each.
Quite expensive. And yes, I actually don't know what our Capsitch is.
Yeah, I don't have.
I
any
also
other-
do not. I have 0 caps on my sheet, so
Guys,
I
think
don't
we don't
know.
have any money at all.
What are we doing here?
Why
Will
are
you
we
accept-
here?
Will you accept scraps that I recently upcycled? No.
Well,
Would
I
do you
do
have
think
anything
you
we need
do
to get
have
done?
some stuff. Do you have any more gum? I think you do have some stuff you could sell. Looking at the inventory quickly here, seeing if anyone took any of the. Nope, didn't take any clothes from the.
Nope.
Nope, didn't take any of the clothes off of the dead man, which is not something you would normally do, but this is Fallout, and it's kind of what you do. You had 4
That's
combat
kind of the
rifles.
thing.
Yeah, we have junk now. So what I would say is,
Look, pal, we're a little shy on money. But as you can see, we can make our way through a tough situation and not be completely dead. Do you need us to do anything for you?
Well, I mean, what I'm always in need of fresh materials. I don't get back to Boulder very often, and when I do, I just gotta leave Muffy here on guard. And well, between you and me, she is not the most robust in a fight. If there was, I'd say, well, what do y'all got your eyes on here?
Obviously, we are in need of some stim packs. That would be ideal for me, at least. Gentlemen, do you have anything else that you would like to see?
After
sorry, go ahead, Johnny.
I was just gonna say no. I think just the stim packs will do, sir.
Anything on your end there, Greg?
wouldn't mind something a little beefier as far as armor goes. As you can see, I tend to get hit a little more than I'd like.
Yeah.
This is a banana scenario. We're like fucking eastbound and down, loaded up in truck. Oh, look, at Kmart.
No money.
Like-
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, we don't have any money. Is that gonna be an issue, sir?
What? You can see he's got like a mannequin with different parts of different pieces of armor strapped onto it. He doesn't know you don't have any money yet. I don't think. Well, I mean, you did kind of mention that you were low, but like you didn't say you have no money. So he's willing to entertain this briefly here. What are you looking for?
So that metal chest piece is kind of exciting.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're looking to get just for the record, looking to get 100 caps worth of stuff for no caps.
I mean,
Here's the thing. I don't give a shit about the stim packs then anymore. If you want to die with a shiny piece of metal on your chest, awesome. Let's just get this fucking thing going here.
Wait, hold
No
on.
Carl, I need to talk to my friends off to the side here. We'll be back in just a minute.
All right. Well,
Boys.
Stello shit.
I pull the guys aside. Boys, we
let's kill Crazy Carl.
Take all his stuff. Crazy, but Carl
likes to trade. Carl's got some good stuff. I think we should tell Carl to come to Longmount. Period.
Oh,
Because
my
I have
lord.
no money and I can't afford any of this stuff, and I wouldn't mind some stuff, but I can't buy any of it. Longmount needs traders. Crimson Caravan's fine, but the more the merrier. Also, I don't want to dick around with this guy's time or ours. We are in a hurry to get back to town, of course. So
Okay,
tell
yes,
him about
yes, of
Longmount
course.
and GTFO. What do you think?
Let's keep trying to collect absolute fucking lunatics and sending them to Longmount. It's going to
That's
be
the
the best
plan.
asylum in Colorado. All
That's
right,
the
just
plan.
let's tell him he can make some caps if he heads up to Longmount, and hopefully we can meet him there. Awesome. Crazy Carl now lives near us. Awesome. Whatever, man. Let's just fucking go.
Whatever, man.
What?
Like,
What?
he's got to live somewhere, Mr.
What?
Yuri.
He's got a pet mole rat. Come
Yeah,
on, that's cool.
You turn
horrible.
around to like propose this to Crazy Carl, and like he's been standing directly behind you the whole time. What exactly is a Longmount?
This is a stupid show.
It's not what,
long
but Where?
Okay, you make your sales pitch. Let's make a sales pitch. We're gonna have to go. This is gonna be difficult. Difficulty 3, charisma plus speech.
Well,
Who's
you know what?
gonna do it? And I'll let
Good
somebody
thing
assist.
That I'm a smooth.
Oh, I'm out.
talker.
I'm not doing this.
Okay, smooth talker. To remind me what smooth talker does,
So
sir.
when I make a speech test as part of an opposed test, I can re-roll a d20 if I want to.
Okay.
So I'm going to do a little speech test here.
Oh, dang, I should have made this an opposed test. Fuck. Okay, go.
Oh, is it not? Do you want me to roll still?
Nope. Roll. Go for it.
I'm
I
rolling.
didn't say it was. I said you're just trying to convince.
Oh, critical success.
Oh, okay.
So 2 successes, but I'm going to re-roll that 15.
You're gonna have to if you want to pass it. Yeah.
Oh God. Okay. Give me good numbers. Oh, fuck, it's another 15.
Oh, double.
So 2
Another
successes.
15.
2
Can I
successes.
assist, potentially?
Yeah, you could
No
assist Johnny.
successes.
Yeah, you could roll one d20. What's your target number on a speech plus charisma?
Speech plus charisma. Oh, that would be a 10, actually.
It's not bad.
Okay, so how do I tell it that I'm doing, or do I just roll 1 dice?
You can just roll one d20, and we're looking for 10 or better. Better than 50-50, baby.
Oh!
Well, that's a big win.
Nails
Here's a
it.
win.
Speech is a tag skill, and I have a 3, so
That's a crit.
You're my guardian angel, Johnny.
Duly crits, my dudes. Okay, not bad. You make a pitch. Well, I'll have to think about relocating. I usually have a pretty good steady stream of supplies from folks coming down Buchanan Pass, but I'll tell you what, if y'all have I would imagine you would have told him about the trade route and whatnot that you're doing there in Longmount. If you've got some trade coming that way, how about this? You send me some of your goods, and we'll call it square. I won't be able to part with this lovely here chess piece, but yeah, these stim packs I could let these go. I could let these go easy enough, but yeah, it'll be on retainer. You will have to pay me back.
Of course. Make your way to Longmount, and I'll kind of mark it on a map, on his map or whatever. I'll verbally tell him where it is. And I'll say, and you're looking for a man named Hondat. He runs the trading post there. Tell them that we have sent you.
Hey,
And now, Crazy Carl, we
Yes.
have to go.
all right, that's perfectly fine by me. But now I would like, at the very least, some sort of IOU.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, so I go.
He just holds out. He's just got his hand out for a handshake. He's looking to seal it old
I'll give
fashioned.
him a handshake.
All right.
Does he want me to spit on my palm
He
first?
does not.
Yeah, I was gonna
I
say.
thought about it.
Pinky
I
swear.
thought about it, but that's gross. So no. So no.
Blood oath.
You take 2 stim packs on, and you've got on 2 stim packs, diluted stim packs, that is. And you now owe. Keep in your logs. You now owe Crazy Carl $60.
Yeah, he's super gonna get those. 100%.
He will come to collect. Let me tell you right now, Crazy Carl will be back as the main character in season 2.
Season 2, it's just Crazy Carl's Crazy Adventure.
That's what it's called. We're changing the name from Fistful of Neutrons to Crazy Carl's Crazy Adventures.
You boys didn't know that you had 700% interest compounded daily, did you?
The juice is running.
The juice is running.
It's in the fine print. You should have read the fine print.
Always read the fine print of that handshake. 2 diluted stim packs, which I will add to your inventory now, and you can as you make your way down across out of the distance of the shady pines of the overpass, and continue on your way. You do hear Crazy Carl out in the distance, right when you're out of earshot. You will see me again. And that's it. As you move your way down.
You're out there, beer baron.
Yes.
I'll get you.
No, you won't.
Yes,
Yeah.
I will.
No. You continue on the road. It's another 8 hours or so. It is hard living. Those stim packs, are they something you want to use on your way, or you just want to have those in case shit breaks bad?
After probably.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, we're gonna hold on to those.
Fantastic. You've got 2 diluted stim packs and an IOU to a crazy Carl and his crazy mole rat. As you make your way back through the winding roads.
What was her name? Muffy?
Muffy.
I gotta make note of this.
You must.
Muffy. Okay.
The only notes Justin will have taken the entire campaign are Crazy Carl and Muffy. That's it. We've 20 episodes deep, and the first thing he's putting down on paper is Crazy Carl and Muffy. I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way. You make your way back through the Badlands, more or less back the way that you came when you had the encounter with the Raiders there on the edge of sort of border the Dogtown Boulder border, as it were. You definitely make your way through the alleyways and streets where you previously had encountered some tripwires and mines and the like, which you currently have still in your possession. And it is a little bit later than probably you thought it would be after being both waylaid by Crazy Carl and just moving fucking not so hot because of you're all banged up. It's closer to midnight where you thought it would be probably before 10 that you make it back to town. The night guard is up on the tower with the little spotlight just kind of moving back and forth, and the 2 sentries up on the top. As you approach, the light shines upon you.
Hallelujah.
Who goes there?
Oh, Jesus.
Just raise my hands.
Yes. It's...
Oh, is that necessary?
Oh, is that
We are looking.
Johnny Bottlecap?
The
Sir,
Johnny Bottlecap?
And
Johnny
yes,
Bottlecap.
sir.
You have
And
become
his
an urban
traveling
legend.
Companions, yes.
If it will it get you to turn that damn thing off? Yeah, it's me.
Yeah, here, get that off him. Get the gate open. As the gate and the doors, again, the big fucking orcish turning wheels turning up at the top of the walled off portion of downtown Boulder City. As the gates open, you make your way through into the familiar sights and sounds of the night market in the bazaar. Still somewhat popping and thumping, not nearly as much as it is, on the weekend nights and whatnot. But there's still the incandescent electric hum and glow going through the streets. As you 3 make your way up to the Brahmin Tail Saloon, you are instantly greeted by the sights, sounds, and smells of one very excited to see you Brahmin and its 2 heads and 1 dog named Duke. And that is where we will take our halftime break. Thanks everyone for sticking through on the first half of our episode. We did a little trading, we did a little running, and we've got all kinds of action coming up in the second half of the episode. Thank you all so much for sticking around and for sticking with us. If you haven't already, please consider donating to our Fallout for Hope stream charity. We are raising funds for humanitarian efforts in Ukraine, and we are close to our most recent goal. We have less than $150 left to go before we hit that $1,500 mark. Every dollar is being matched that you donate, so even if you're able to throw in $1 into the pool, please consider doing so. And if you're not able to, please consider sending the link to someone who can. We'll put the link back in the chat here in just a moment. We're going to take a quick 15-minute break, and then we'll be back. We're going to keep this one a little shorter and sharper, probably going to be ending off a little bit around 9 Eastern time. And there's a couple reasons for that. If we're done on time watching this one, then you'll have a back-to-back Fallout 2D20 stream with a one-shot being streamed by Fantasy Grounds, and Bryce Loves Gaming is coming up shortly after our stream at 9 o'clock as well. We are using the Fantasy Grounds 2D20 system in our games. Now we made the switch from that other virtual tabletop that simulates a game. I wonder if you can figure out what I'm talking about. This one is way better, and we're not just saying that because they give it to us for free. It's way fucking better. So if you want to try it out for yourselves, you can get a free demo copy of Fantasy Grounds yourself, and you can also get a copy of the 2D20 system as well. We're affiliates now, so anything you buy from them through the links, which I'll put in the chat in just a moment here, gives us a little kickback. But if you're going to spend any money today, please do it on Fallout for Hope. So stick around. We'll be back at 8:15 with the resounding conclusion of episode 20 of A Fistful of Neutrons. Stay tuned. WGNR will be back Okay, bye.
Come on back, everybody.
The show and the stream. Welcome back, everybody. We are back into the second half of our 20th canonical episode of Fistful of Neutrons, a Fallout 2D20 live adventure. Looks like we've got some folks joining us in here. We got Ryan Gale jumping in tonight. It was great. Good to see you. We got lots of folks sticking around from the stream. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We're going to do about another 45 minutes of gameplay here. Keep this one a little short and sharp today for a multitude of reasons, one of which being that there is a double header of Fallout 2D20 coming here tonight, because over on the Fantasy Grounds Twitch stream, Bryce Loves Gaming and the Fantasy Grounds crew, members of the Fantasy Grounds crew there, are going to be streaming a one-shot of Fallout 2D20. So definitely go check that out as well. And we are just really excited to be getting near the end of our first season. It's going to be a ton of fun. If you're just joining us from previously in the episode, the gents have just made it back into Boulder City with plans on pulling a fast one on the NCR, seeing if you can't convince these military types that you have in fact dispatched the remnants of Caesar's legion and have lived to tell the tale, when in fact you've sent them back to Longmount to hopefully eke out and start a new life there among Bert, Carla, Hondat, and fucking everyone else we've met in this campaign that we've sent back there, including Crazy Carl and Muffy the Mole Rat, who we just encountered. It's yet to be seen whether or not they will accept your offer or not, but we shall see. You all have made it back to Boulder. It is nighttime. You're able to get in with little fanfare coming in through the gates because of Johnny Bottlecap's new reputation, which precedes him after spending multiple days touting, hoisting himself on his own petard, if you will, out in the town, in the bar room. And here we are now, making your way back to the bar where you find your lovable animal companions that you left behind previously, Enola May and Duke, at the Brahmin Tail Tavern. It is about midnight. There's a couple folks inside, but more or less you can see that basically the night watchman of the name of the Mr. Handy who works in the bar that I can never fucking remember, who is there. And as I look through my notes, I will remember his name, but he is there serving to a couple of the patrons in the bar as well. Other than that, the bazaar and the night market is going, but it's not it's not Friday night fun. Let's call it's Tuesday right now. So it's things are popping, but it's not too crazy. What do you do?
I would say we go straight for the NCR to report back.
Yes, I agree. Let us hightail over there, and perhaps we could stay here for the night if everything goes well. If not, I imagine we will be making a very hasty exit from this town.
I'm getting the sense hasty is going to happen regardless. We maybe should be either preventatively hasty or reactively hasty, but I feel like hasty is the word of the night here.
Did somebody say hasty? As you hear the familiar voice of one Mr. Microwave round the corner from the back of the bar. Oh, I thought I heard you three make it back to town. Evening, masters. How are we?
Whoa.
How was your adventure?
The best time I've ever had. Best job ever.
It's good to see you, bud.
My word, the two of you look absolutely dreadful.
You look great too, man. Thanks.
Well, I mean, I didn't mean it like that, but let me take a look at you here, Master Grant. Like, he clocks it right away, knowing in his past life as an adventurer's companion. Are these marks from a grizzly bear? These are just absolutely vicious wounds, sir.
I don't know how subtlety works with Mr. Handy's, but I'm going to say with robots.
Robot.
Yeah, these wounds were inflicted actually by former legionnaires.
And I wink.
You hear like some some mechanical gears and whatnot whizzing inside his head, and like one of his like eyes blinks a little bit. He's like, "Oh yes, Legionnaires!" Like he has no idea what like Mr. Microwave spent his entire life like for the last 200 years inside a box basically. So he's very confused, but he gets the wink. His previous master, has taught him that much before the bombs fell. He kind of like does the equivalent of like touching his nose with his like pincer arm.
Okay, cool.
But you look a little bit worse for wear. Did everything work out with the soldiers up there in the tower?
Yeah, we took care of what we needed to. Look, if you have any other business in town here, you better wrap it up fast because we got to hightail out of here in about 30 minutes or less. We got to go talk to the NCR, and then we're probably making a move tonight.
Well, it all seems.
In fact, I think it would probably be best if we put Enola May and Duke in your capable hands, and you will meet us on the road back to Longmount. 15 minutes out of town, I think would be safe. And then I look over at Grant and just say, like, don't you think?
I agree. Yeah.
Okay, so we're taking Mr. Microwave. He's gonna take charge of the beasts. He's gonna take his menagerie and wait outside of town for y'all to.
Mr. Microwave's Menagerie is my first studio album, actually.
Followed by the sophomore record. Godspeed you, St. Louis.
It's all synthwave, right?
Yeah,
it is. Mr. Microwave's Menagerie.
Yeah.
Learning us in theremin.
Mr. Megorium's Wonder Emporium. Yeah, okay. He seems to be amenable to this plan. He seems a little sort of, I don't know, out of sorts perhaps. So all right. As long as you're sure that that this is the best plan is. I feel like there's something you're not telling me, but I live to serve. Fair enough. I'll take the beasts here and wait for you all outside of town. Is there anything else? What exactly is it, we'll be doing? Is there anything left that you'll want to do here in Boulder? And out of character, I will just say that if there is anything that you're looking to do in town, depending on the course of action you've taken and how that plays out, you might want to do it now. If there are any persons, places, and or things you would like to investigate.
Somebody should probably go talk to Guns. Give him the heads up that we're bailing out, probably to the Altona, because I think that's pretty close. It's like midway between.
It's like if you're going the long way, around, then yeah, it's about better part of a day's ride.
I think Altona's the safest, closest place that we can get rest, though.
Yeah. So that was what I was going to ask too. Depending on, and maybe it's the cart before the horse, because maybe none of this will be necessary. But if you do need to make a break for it, are you going to take that long way around the Boulder Loop like you did to get down, or do the straight shot through the Niwot ruins?
Oh no, not again.
I don't think going through the Niwot ruins is a great idea.
It's never worked out
well. We have no time
to
rest or heal.
We don't need to do that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
back the long way around it goes.
We learned our lesson.
Yeah, which
in there.
Fair enough. Yeah, which as you make your way, you'll notice that Enola herself has been loaded up with a little bit of kit. It appears that your first shipment, as it were, from the Longmount Trading Co., I believe, was what was put on the lease with fucking whatchamacallit, McGee. What the fuck's his name? The really pompous motherfucker who's British for some reason in the middle of in the middle of the wasteland. Yes. Yeah, you are loaded up with it's not a whole hell of a lot. We're not talking about like ammo and guns and shit. It's like spare parts, that Bert would need to keep the generator running, and like Instamash, some seeds for like planting like potatoes and corns. It's like a backpack's worth of stuff basically. But it's been, or a satchel, I guess. But it's been loaded onto Enola May, and is ready to rock on your first trade route. Yeah. So if you guys want to have a word with Guns, such a thing could happen.
Johnny, you should do it.
Yeah, I was thinking, what if, if these guys want to go turn into the NCR, I can go talk to Guns and be like, hey, we're getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah, go do it.
Okay, I like that. Okay, we'll do a split scene. Love it. Anything else before we engage in deception?
No, I think Yuri's
Johnny,
good
oh.
if Enola's loaded up.
I'm not comfortable with the amount of time I've spent away from Dookie Boy, so I'm gonna give him his due. He freaks out, of course, when he sees me. I'm petting, and we had this like headbutt thing going on. We both do. So like, he's gonna be by my side now for a while. He probably is trying to like lick blood off my face. I won't let him because I'm trying to ham it up a little.
Yeah, he's
so
like
gonna come with me.
It's those sad fucking videos. It's happy sad videos when like the soldier comes home from the war and the dog like fucking loses its mind. Yeah, it's that.
Yeah.
That's happening. That's happening right now. And the dog loves you. Yeah, you get some puppy sniffles in there. Gain inspiration for puppy sniffles.
Thanks.
Hey.
So that, you got that. As Johnny moves his way, saddles his way, fucking spurs clinking on the boardwalk into the bar. The two of you, you're heading to the NCR outpost in Uptown, or anything else along the way?
We already spoke to the apprentice gunsmith, told them about Longmount, right?
You gave Specs your sales pitch. She seemed keen. Her father Jerry, not quite so much, but did say it was her choice to make.
Yeah. So I think Grant is quite happy to go with Yuri to the NCR post haste.
Love it. We go into groups. Splitting the party always works out.
Always works.
Well, always works. The party of two start making your way up to the uptown sort of scaffolds that lead up to where the NCR have their outpost. Up there, as you do, as you make your way up there, it's pretty standard rigmarole. You seem to have been expected as you make your way through the first checkpoint and through to the door into the NCR compound. Well, Johnny makes his way into the bar and sees one doorman Guns sitting, doing not much of anything at all, looking across the room, surveying the situation as it were, which there isn't much to survey. A couple drunks passed out on some tables and a couple people playing cards in the back of the room. Basil, I looked it up. It was Basil, the name of the Mr. Handy, who's running the shop at the moment, while Whiskey Pete is probably off asleep or doing God knows what. But Doorman Guns sees you and does the, he doesn't register you at first and does the standard Guns. Lifts up his garbage can, which is full of just a couple like dirty old 10 mils and pipe pistols and that from the current refuse that's in there. And then when he gets a look at you, goes, "Oh, Johnny, it's when did you go? Did you guys just get back?"
Guns, could I have a word in private with you somewhere?
It's kind of like he's a little taken aback by this. Well, yeah, I don't know anywhere to. I can step outside for a minute. I'm not doing a whole hell of a lot in here right now at the moment. It's like one of the drunks like burps.
So, hey, Guns. So, yeah, we just got back into town tonight, but I got to tell you, we took a job with the NCR, and those fuckers double-crossed us real bad, and we're going to be getting out of here hot tonight. So we just wanted to let you know what's going on with us, because I don't want any of that heat coming back on you, my friend.
You're a double cross with the NCR, hey? You don't say. Like he says this like he's not fucking shocked by this turn of events at all. Yeah, we go. I gotta say, I was less than nonplussed, if you will, to see them run into town. Yeah, that's right. This super mutant knows the proper usage of the word nonplussed. We've had our altercations over the years. They're not usually a big fan of us. You're heading out, hey? It's Longmount, right?
Yeah, we're heading back to Longmount. Gonna be getting there ASAP.
Well, I appreciate the heads up. I'll keep an eye out if things go south. If anything, if I get any whiff of you lot are in any trouble, you did right by me down in Dogtown, despite the odd stray bullet gives you a nudge, because you definitely did shoot him in the chest once. I'm pretty sure.
About that, I truly cannot apologize enough. Good sir.
Yeah, I've actually never been shot in the chest before. He says as he opens it, unbuttons his shirt, and he's just got it's just dozens of in the movies when the Hulk gets shot and it just shows the indent of a bullet hole as it bounces off him. He's just got that all across his 4 foot wide broad chest. He's I'm just giving you a hard time, Bottle Cap.
Well, gee, I mean, if anything happens, I just, and then he just runs up to him and gives him a big hug.
Super mutant bear hug. At first, he's totally shocked by this whole situation. Just what the fuck? You are the equivalent of the little girl standing on daddy's legs at
he's just hugging one leg.
Yeah, exactly, like a tree trunk of a mutant man, and he's just kind of taken aback by this, and then kind of just gives you one back.
I love this lovely masculinity, the non-toxic masculinity we're rocking.
Yeah, man. Hey, it's fucking Pride Month for super mutants too, man. Gives you a little hair tussle. Yeah, fair enough. It's been a while since I've had anyone that I could say that gave enough of a damn other than just paying my paycheck and giving me a place to sleep. So anything goes south, I'll stall them for you.
Thank you so much. I gotta go. And he's fighting back tears. It's I'm not crying, you're crying. And
yeah, 100%.
Johnny's gonna plan to meet up with Microwave and Enola out of town.
Yeah,
and be part of that.
I'll say that would be enough of that. You would have seen Yuri and Grant. You would have seen them, Mr. Microwave's menagerie, heading out the gates as you started to make your way up to Uptown, and which is where we go now. Johnny also makes his way out of the city proper. The guards are a little bit sort of curious as to why are they all going so late? It's a little weird. The gates are open right now, so it's not having to open it up every time you're coming back. Left them open for a bit, but you can definitely see that they're marking it a little bit of curious as you wander out into the wastes all by yourself at midnight. Moving over to our gang over on the other side of Uptown. You make your way, Grant and Yuri, into the NCR's main offices.
Just before we get inside,
Absolutely.
I'm going to pull Yuri aside or kind of whisper something to his ear as we're getting there.
Listen, Yuri, should we say that the highwaymen were dead when we got there? I feel like that might be a good play.
If this is the way that you want to roll with it, yes. I was going to say we don't mention them at all and feign ignorance, but if you want to lend credence, say that by the time we got there, they were meant to follow us. Perhaps, yes, they were captured. They were captured before us, and we attempted to rescue them, maybe, but they were already dead by the time we engaged MacArthur.
We watched them stay. We watched, the Legion for a couple days, or at least long enough for the highwaymen to come in.
The thing I'm worried about is if we announce that we know the highwaymen were watching us, then they're going to be suspicious. So
the whole thing will look sus.
If we say we were watching the Legion, which is definitely something that we already were doing.
You were doing it, yeah.
The highwaymen went into town. There was a firefight. We went in to try to join in and help the highwaymen, but they were dead when we got there. They put up a hell of a fight, and we took a lot of damage. We finished them off. How's that?
I trust your instincts. You'll have to do most of the convincing on this.
Yeah, charisma is not your specialty, sir.
Do I look adequately like shit?
Yuri kind of slaps you, just like gently across the face, and goes, "That will do it. There it is. That's
Okay, good.
That's good.
finishing touch. Right
Yeah,
there.
good.
Okay.
Extra black on the black eye. Why not? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. We walk
Perfect.
in.
You walk in past the first checkpoint. The sort of the lowly fucking private on sentry walks you in. They've been expecting you, as you can tell. One thing before we jump in, I will ask a question. I don't think, Grant, was it ever revealed to Yuri and Johnny about your side offer from the NCR to Cap MacArthur at all costs in exchange for your debts? I cannot honestly recall. I think that was exposed, but I want to just double check.
Short of going through my notes, I think I didn't tell people that.
Okay. We will say canonically, if anyone remembers in the chat, if we did. I don't think I don't think we did. I think it was maybe potentially alluded to, but I don't know if it was explicitly stated. Just so everyone's on the same.
I don't think that I told people because I hate people telling me what to do, and I feel like I would have been like, all right, you want me to do that? Okay. It's a task you want me to do, but it's not my directive, so let's see what happens.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We will say that Yuri is none the wiser, because I do believe that is how it broke down. Anyway, just wanted to clarify as you walk into the NCR outpost, led in by this fucking dumbfuck private. You enter in, and it is not like the last time you saw, more like the first time. When last you were there, it was a chaos of a flurry of activity. After the encounter that you all had with the Legion, word of the Legion got the NCR sort of whipped up into a bit of a frenzy, as it normally does, considering their sordid pasts together. But now it's kind of the last folks on watch. You do see there are a couple of folks running the switchboard of like the old beat up ham radio that they have running here. And you also see that there is Colonel Henry's office is lit up from the inside. It's got like a glass door with Call Henry across it with frosted glass.
I hate to interrupt.
Mhm.
Pandora's box pointed out we did, in fact, I told MacArthur that I was sent to kill him.
Yeah. Okay. That
So,
tracks.
yes.
Yeah.
I
Thank you,
remember that now.
Pandora.
Now at this point. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
You are too kind. Thank you, viewers, for remembering our own plot when we cannot.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, I have my shit sorted. Okay, I know what my plan is.
I'm playing like 16 different characters over here. I'm lucky I remember what my own fucking name is. The door is closed. The glass is frosted. There is a light on inside. One person you do not see at this exact juncture is Sergeant Brooks. But
You do not see.
do not see Sergeant Brooks.
Okay. Okay.
Or Colonel Henry, but you do see the light to Colonel Henry's door is open. The private leads you to the door and says, they'll be expecting you. One moment. Knocks. Yeah, what is it? The scouts are back, sir. You hear like a bit of a rustle of activity. Yeah, send them in. As the door swings open, you make your way inside, and you see Colonel Henry sat behind his desk, smoking a cigar, feet up in a very fucking patent-y sort of situation. And you see that there are two individuals in this room as well. One seated across the desk from him, and another standing. The standing person you know all too well as Colonel Henry, as he turns and looks and gives you a bit of a nod as you make your way through. A nod at Yuri, and then a little bit more of a knowing, slower nod to you, Grant. You'll remember that it was Henry who, in fact, gave you the coin and the side quest of your side quest to do away with MacArthur, let's say.
Yeah.
Seated at the table is Yuri. No one remarkable that you recognize, but Grant, you feel the pit of your stomach drop and go a bit cold as the most glorious glistening locks of gold in the
golden
most
locks
wild wasteland mullet you've ever seen in your life. It's someone you would recognize from 1,000 yards away. As they sit, stand up and turn, and you recognize Mad Dog Chapman, the leader of the Highwaymen.
Mad Dog Chapman.
Your old boss sat with your current new quest-giving boss.
Holy shit.
Stands up and greets you.
So Johnny,
Gentlemen.
where are you right now? You're with us, right?
No,
Sorry, go ahead.
Johnny's just sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows through the fucking wasteland at the middle of the night.
It's like, that was a hell of a hug.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see your old boss, Colonel Henry, hasn't gotten up at this point, and says to you all, if it isn't our conquering heroes returned another time. Gentlemen, it's a pleasure to see y'all. I don't know if y'all have met, and Mad Dog chaps it right away. Know if we've met? I know this motherfucker anywhere. Kingsmith, you son of a bitch. He goes to like give you the fucking Arnie handshake from Predator. Like he's like stoked to see you right now.
Yeah, I bet he is.
Yuri is
I
uncomfortable.
nudge Yuri hard with the pointiest elbow in a subtle way as I go and shake Mad Dog's hand. I'm so happy to see him right now. That's great.
Totally.
Oh,
That's
no.
super fun. He goes and he gives you like come here, brother, like good to see you kind of thing. Like this motherfucker is Hulk fucking Hogan mixed with Dog the Bounty Hunter. Just the 80s just threw up on this motherfucker, and also the Wasteland.
Okay.
He gives you
cool.
the old the general here told me that he'd hired on some gunslingers to go and do some wrecking out west. Had no idea it would be you.
Yeah, listen, it's a glorious thing to see you, Mad Dog, but I got bad news. The op didn't go as planned. We were set up doing some observing. About, say, 6 hours after we got there, we were watching these Legion scum.
And I spit on the ground.
And some of your boys came in after us. And I got to tell you, I was relieved to see the reinforcements. Didn't know they were coming. When they showed up, we started advancing as well, but the firefight was brutal. We barely made it out of there alive.
I turned to look at Henry.
MacArthur, he got shot in the face. But
hot damn, you hear him say, like he's fucking like he like he just made the shot himself. Like he slams his fist on the table, kicks his feet up. You son of a bitch.
the casualties were high. As you can see, I didn't fare very well myself. It was a brutal fight, but mission was accomplished. But man, those losses.
Wait, you telling me
At this, when he says mission is accomplished, Yuri tosses the dog tags onto the desk.
ooh
MacArthur's
yes.
dog tags.
Fucking punctuation. Henry grabs them and he knows what he's doing. He picks him up and he looks at him and he says, "Well, I'll be a Brahmin's uncle." Mad Dog is kind of soaking this all in. The whole crew white.
It brings me absolutely zero pleasure to confirm none of your boys made it, and We barely made it out of there alive.
You know, that's 2 cruises in 1 week. I hate to break it to you, but your old pal Cutler's, he's gone AWOL too.
Hey,
Two.
well, that's not like him.
Well, we sent him off on a little bit of R&R. He's tracking down some of his lost crewmates out in Niwot. Never came back.
Could it be the old bastard just trying to get a little R squared and R squared? He's taking his sweet time, or what?
That was my first thought, but I think we both know Cutler a little better than that. 2 squads in 1 week, eh? Let's go with an opposed charisma test. Going to bust out a character sheet that I have made for Mad Dog Chapman.
Audience, I need you to give me some positive fucking vibes in the chat. I'm dead meat if this doesn't go well.
Yeah.
Yuri,
Yeah, as he says this, Yuri kind of like very casually rests his hand on the pommel of Sherlock Holmes, just on the grip, like I'm paying attention, but also at the same time.
okay.
Yeah, it is tense. Colonel Henry is completely enthralled in the moment by the dog tags. Sergeant Brooks is
I like that.
Sergeant Brooks is picking up what is kind of throwing down here. You can tell that there is some definite tension between the two of you right now. So we're gonna go ahead, and yes, audience, please, all the juice, because this is potentially one of the most important roles in the game so far. We're gonna go ahead. It's gonna be a contested roll. So how these work, we don't do these too often, is that I roll for the character you're trying to contest against, basically, and in doing so, whatever successes I get, that will set the difficulty number that you have to beat, Grant and Yuri. As an assist, I don't know how effective Yuri will be, considering your charisma ghoul sort of situation.
Really want to assist.
Yeah, you may. What I will say is that if you want to, do it like you're rolling disadvantage in D&D. Roll 2d20, and we'll take the lower of the two, because normally you suffer a penalty to charisma tests anyway. Ooh, we got a new subscriber, Fumbles. It's always been Fumbles. Fumbles, thank you for the donation. $20 through Super Chat. Thank you so much. Your donations keep the stream alive, folks.
Thank you, Fumbles.
Thank you, Fumbles. It's
Thank you.
It's always been Fumbles. It's one of my favorite lines. Me and Roger said that to each other. You live with it. We are making a huge roll here. Fumbles has just donated to the Super Chat. Because of that, I'm going to give you guys an extra D20 to roll with it because of Fumbles' free O charge. So I'll let you decide how you want to do that. Either we'll take away the disadvantage from Yuri's roll. You just roll 1d20 while assisting. And Grant, you'll be able to buy all kinds of action points. But I firsthand need to buy some action points and roll against you. So I'm going to make a speech roll essentially here. I'm going to do that. I have some action points in my pool, so I am going to use them because that's the kind of game this is. Unos momentos whilst I do that. I'm going to clear out my action point pool. I'm going to clear out my action point pool, and let's find out what your target number is by rolling speech. One success. That went pretty fucking well.
I like that.
Yes.
Thank you, Fumbles.
Thank you,
The luck.
Fumbles.
Thank you,
The
Fumbles.
praying, the force, the fucking comment section. I love everybody individually. Okay.
Yeah.
One
keep it up,
success.
Coke.
That's amazing. Okay, Yuri, I think that you should get not disadvantage on your roll. I believe in you. I'm going to buy some action
How
points
about you just
here,
roll, and I will roll after.
Okay, Overseer,
I will
want
allow it.
all the bacon and eggs you have. Wait. I'm concerned that you think I want a lot of bacon and eggs. That's not what I want. I want all the bacon and eggs you have.
Yeah, okay. It's actually not a lot because you gained a lot of action points, but you also spent a lot of them dealing with crazy fucking Carl. So you can get one extra out of this deal. And because of Fumbles' fantastic donation, we'll let Justin assist if he needs to in a clutch pinch. So let's do this thing.
I'm gonna buy 3 more.
You're gonna you're gonna buy one from me and then go into the negative.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Bold play considering the move you found yourself in, but a card laid is a card played. 3 action points in my pool.
Okay, so I get 4 extra dice.
That is yes.
This
Yes, it
feels exceptionally consequential because we're not just up against the NCR. This is also the Highwaymen, and their people are dead. I want to remind the audience. So, okay, +4 is the modifier.
Yep.
I'm now rolling. This is the biggest roll I think I've made.
This is the biggest one we've had on this stream. Yeah.
6 d20s.
Well, sorry,
and
the
if-
max you can roll at any one time is
Oh.
5. Sorry, so you'll
sorry.
you'll have to max out at 5.
Okay, forget
So
those.
I will take one action
Forget
point.
any of those dice.
I'll
gonna
take
just
1
do-
action point back then, or 2 action
3.
points back from my pool.
Okay. Speech roll. It is contested. I can re-roll one of these. If this goes bad, we're all dead. Dead men. Okay.
Smooth talker perk. Here we go. 2.
That's 2 successes.
That was
And I get to re-roll one. I'm
You
re-rolling
get to
one.
re-roll one.
It's not going to help. It's
Oh,
not gonna
it's
help.
2
Wow.
successes. It's 2 successes.
That could not have been any fucking closer. Mad Dog drinks this all in, and kind of Colonel Henry's now like, it's been quiet for a minute now. Too quiet. A little too raff as Colonel Henry's like kind of sniffing out like this is kind of a tense situation here. Mad Dog is kind of like giving you the full on like rock fucking people's eyebrow right now, and then just one subtle nod. All right, Kingsmith. I know it's never easy when you see a fellow highwayman go down. But you're telling me that they fought hard and y'all finished up what the colonel sent you here to do, and then like at this point, the colonel's kind of like, oh, okay, well, yes, I hope. I was a little worried at first that perhaps the sending some backup was would have come across as a bit of a slight against you lot, but
No,
Yeah.
look, Henry, I don't mean to interrupt. Colonel, I appreciate to the bottom of my soul that you would be so kind as to send backup for us.
Oh man,
my-
you were pouring this on thick.
laying it in.
My body bleeds highwayman still. Once a highwayman, always a highwayman.
That's the motto that we all have tattooed on our chests.
We fought and we were victorious. And it is a sad day when a crew does not return, but the mission was accomplished.
You are like hitting all of the notes. Like this gang that he's been running for the last like 30 years or whatever is his everything. It's like the most intense motorcycle club, ever. Like he's into it. Like once a highwayman, always like totally. He's all over it. Thank you for avenging those boys' death. There's it's been a hard week for our highwaymen, but we'll leave you at that. It seems like you got some finishing touches to do with the old general here, but we'll leave you to be. Henry, always a pleasure. I expect my payment by the time we roll out in the morning. He gets up to leave and gives you another quick pat on the shoulders. It's good to see you. Good to see you, Grant. I know we didn't leave on the best of terms, but you're always welcome in the fold. And don't worry. We'll head out to Granby there and we'll give those boys a proper burial.
When he says welcome in the fold. Yeah, when he says welcome in the fold,
No.
Yuri bristles. Like,
Yep, that works. Yep, as the gang, as the gang, literal gang, it's just fucking, what's his name, Mad Dog. As he leaves the building there and heads out into the main view. So the main room, and heads out his way. Colonel Henry looks at you all. Well, it's a mighty fine service that you've done for us here, and we plan to return the favor. We'll keep the roads from here on the Boulder Pass. I'll send some extra reinforcements to keep them covered. The routes getting a little more dangerous these days, but we can spare the manpower. Ought to be just fine. The Henry here.
It should be safer now without MacArthur out there. Don't you
Everywhere is safer now without MacArthur out there. This puts in a bit of a bloody chapter for my folks, and hopefully it's the beginning of a fine one with yours. I'm now flipping back into Mad Dog. I'd say he was a much more proper character.
Proper.
We didn't agree. I know caps weren't in the flavor here, but I figured the least we can do is this. He pulls over a briefcase, hands it over to you all, clips it open, and inside are NCR dollars.
Okay.
To the tune of 250.
All right.
Ooh.
They have a half
50 NCR credits.
They have a value of half bottle caps. The NCR is not very well established out here, so call it 75 bottle caps 125 bottle caps.
We're loaded. Holy shit.
Not bad, considering you had absolutely no money. But you know what? You got to take 60 off the top for crazy Carl. As you are given your payment. Just kidding. You don't have to, but you might. Maybe you should. I don't know. You're given some payment, and shakes the hand and says, Henry, they can keep the coin, as in the medallion that you would have been given, which probably has a value in and of itself. What it is depends on who you tried to sell it to. We'll see. But you have that coin now in your possession. It's been a pleasure working with you, gentlemen. The trade route to Longmount, trade route to Longmount, we'll keep it clear as best we can. Don't normally like resorting to interacting with the lesser parties, if you will, the more shady types. But you three have proved us wrong. The Highwaymen are a bit of a different story, but enemy of my enemy, right? Handshake.
I would like to shake Colonel Henry's hand.
He extends his as he says, "Enemy of my enemy."
I shake the fuck out of his hand.
Double hand grips.
Colonel, I want to thank you.
Now, I want to point out Mad Dog is gone right now, correct?
He's gone. Yeah, he's gone, left and gone. He's gone to the hotel to crash for the night.
I want to thank you deeply for the backup. Thank you. I trust that your end of the deal with respect to my record will be completed.
He nods to you and he looks to Henry and says, "As agreed." Looks to Brooks, sorry, and says, "As agreed. We'll send word on the first caravan back. Grant Elliott Charles Kingsmith is a free man."
I appreciate that, sir. And listen, as the NCR keeps moving east and north, it's important that you win the hearts and minds of the people here who are looking for something that they can believe in. I trust that you will continue to be that.
He fully, like, this may be facetious on your part, but like he fully believes that like that's what he's doing out here. And he like, those are kind words. I wish we didn't.
Facetious as fuck.
Yeah, for sure. And he drinks it up. He's like fully like, "And I'm proud to be an American." He's into it, NCR style. And sure enough, he salutes, and on you go. And as you make your way out.
Yeah, at this,
I assume you're making your way out now. You've just told the JFK fucking assassination lie.
Yeah.
Like, you fuck around too much longer, probably not gonna go.
Yeah. I've got the
go.
fucking.
Time to go. Fuck.
Yeah. We're Yuri quickens his pace and kind of like tugs on Grant's arm and says, "We need to get the fuck out of this town now, quickly." Like as calmly but as swiftly as, like, obviously we're not bolting out, but we're like, and we're walking and we're not stopping for anyone, and we're just keeping moving.
It's on the hips, baby.
And so
Glute
we
wind
need
is working its ass off.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You two just are power walking.
Power
with style.
walking.
With style as you make your way down the gangplank out of Uptown and out the gates into the wild wasteland of Boulder City.
I grab Yuri the second we're outside the walls, and I grab him.
I fucking love you, you irradiated bastard. Let's get the fuck out of here.
I am as well partial to you, indeed. Now let us hurry.
Absolutely. As the gang moves on and walks out, cresting the hills, it's not long until you encounter the rest of Mr. Microwave's menagerie and one Johnny Bottlecap perched on the road at the exit to the Boulder Loop. As our gang gather themselves together with their first shipment of trade routing goodies supplied, ready to go to Longmount, you begin your trek to the first stop on the loop, the Altona Hotel, mirroring almost, if you will, the trip that you took down here in the first place. It is a cause for celebration and a joyous time as you are all making your way through the night, trying to get the fuck away from Boulder City. And as our camera pans out from this part of the wasteland, it pans across Boulder City, and we go through the wastelands of the Badlands and see the raiders there fighting with some dogs in Dogtown and some mutants, and it continues on and on and on and on. And as hours pass, it's daylight. Sun's coming up. At a familiar overpass, Crazy Carl is waking up for the day. He goes about his business, feeding Muffy. He stops with a couple traders that pass along the road on their way to Boulder City. Nothing big to report. And in the heat of the day, as it's getting to be about noon, he notices a couple long shadows coming his way in the direction of Boulder City. And he greets them as they arrive. Well, hello, gentlemen. It is an absolute pleasure to encounter y'all today. Muffy, sit down. Down, girl. It is quite all right. These lovely folks look like they're here to trade. Now, tell me, was there anything I could interest you in today? As he pulls his curtain open. As Mad Dog Chapman walks up to Crazy Carl. What? Listen here, waster. You see a ghoul, vault dweller, and one line son of a bitch come this way. As that's where we're going to leave it at the end of our episode. Tune in next week on Friday, July 1st for what I think, depending on how things go, will be the grand finale of our first season of A Fistful of Neutrons. Thank you all so much for watching. The boys escaped and made their way, lying through their teeth, out of Boulder City.
But at what cost?
But at
We're
what?
so dead.
But
Oh.
at what cost? We will return in 1 week, and we'll be back Friday, July 1st, 7 p.m. Thank you all so much for watching. Lots of folks in the chat here tonight. Thank you all so much for sticking around. Some great folks on Twitch joining us as well. This is one of the at 9 viewers on Twitch. It's I think the highest we've had so far today. So thank you all so much there. Big thank you to Fumbles for dropping in a super chat, which helped save the day with buying some extra dice. I think that's maybe something
Thanks, Fumbles.
we'll keep going. If folks want to, invest in our character's success, then maybe we'll do that in the future. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. This has been such a fun time and such a fun experience and experiment. We're going to be once this season does wrap up, we're going to do a bit of a sort of like a question and answer call-in show, if you will, where we'll do another live stream where you folks can ask us some questions about the game, about what we're doing, how we kind of wrote the story to begin with to where it ended now. If you just want to ask some questions about how we've been doing it, streaming and that whole thing, because it's been a learning process for us, if it's something you're interested in getting into, or if you just want to hang out and chat with us for about an hour. We're going to do kind of like an after show, a late show sort of situation. So if you have any questions and you want to jump in and have that stream with us, I guess that'll probably be, depending on how things go, middle of July, probably the 15th. Then either send us your questions to wgnewsradio@gmail.com or just save them for the show itself. Either way, it's going to be a super fun time. Going to have a really good chance to sort of debrief after whatever it is that happens at the end of our last scenario. But it sounds like our boys aren't out of the woods yet. So thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for all your donations to Follow for Hope and to the stream. Everyone on Patreon as well. Thank you all so much for keeping this project going. We're having a blast. We hope you're enjoying it too. It looks like you are in the chat. So thank you, everyone. Hondat, Arthur Davis, Devin Shipwreck, Pandora's Box, Virank the Quiet, the Rifleman. Nope, that's a Rifleman. That's somebody else.
That's
George
me.
Keith, that's you. Ryan Gale, and Fumbles, and everyone else that I forgot there as well. Escorpy, you're all the reason that we keep doing this. So now we're going to sign off so you folks can now jump over and go and check out Bryce Does Gaming and the Wicked stream that hopefully that they're going to be doing over on the Fantasy Grounds page. If I know how to Twitch, which I don't, I will try to raid from there into there. I don't know how one raids, but we're going to figure it out live and on the fly. So thank you all so much for tuning in. We will be back in 1 week with the grand finale. Happy trails until we meet again.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Hi, friends.
Thank you so much. Love you.
Love you. We'll be back.